If you've ever flown or wanted to fly a Piper, you're going to want to check this out. Today we're off to Lock Haven, Pennsylvania to tour the Piper Aviation Museum. By the end of the video, you'll know which state the Piper Cub is the official plane of, which four-legged celebrity flew in a Piper across the country, and see what the most efficient propeller looks like. Come along with us on this Pilot Report.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's better.
In part 5 of this destination series, my stepfather and I are off to Lock Haven, Pennsylvania for a day of aviation fun and history at the Piper Museum. But before we get started, let me know in the comments which Piper aircraft you've flown and what's your favorite. I'd love to see which one is the most popular. Also, don't be afraid to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and check out some of our other aviation videos we've released. I really appreciate the support and always respond to posts and comments on any of our social media platforms. We not only talk about destinations, but tips and tricks that work in planes for any and every pilot. So located smack dab in the middle of Pennsylvania is William Piper Memorial Airport, which is a short hop from my home airport, Sky Manor. The museum is right on the airport and aircraft parking is available right out front, should you fly in. This museum honors the legacy of the Piper aircraft designed and manufactured here. Unfortunately, in 1972, the factory suffered heavy damage from a flood caused by Hurricane Agnes, and a large number of aircraft were damaged beyond repair. Ultimately, this flood ended the production of the Comanche and started the move out of Pennsylvania and into Florida for Piper. Since its opening in 1996, the museum has been located inside a piece of Piper's history, the company's former engineering and research building. The entrance and gift shop are located in the upstairs area of the museum, which is where you pay admission. As part of the admission, there's a short movie and a guide that takes you around and explains each piece on display.
So his son looked up the end number here.
The guy that gave our tour was super knowledgeable and according to him, is there most days. The upstairs display area has boards with newspaper articles and original photographs with narratives. All these articles make it easy to believe that William Piper earned the nickname the Henry Ford of aviation for the simplicity, affordability, and popularity of Piper. There are also lineage boards with all Piper aircraft, displays of various Piper aircraft operating during World War II, and model airplanes hanging from the ceiling. There are so many types of planes Piper has built over the years with all different purposes. Down the hall, you'll find a Tomahawk that has been converted into a simulator you can fly for $5, and a restored 1930s Link trainer, also known as the Blue Box. This old sim could rotate on all three axes and simulate IFR flying and disorienting conditions such as pre-stall buffets, overspeeds, and spins. Turns out my stepfather's father was an instructor in this type of sim. Before heading down to the hangar floor, there is a display that features this L4 Grasshopper. The U.S. Army in World War II used these modified Piper Cubs for photo reconnaissance and artillery spotting. It is basically identical to the J3 Cub, other than its paint job. The Grasshopper was used in such a wide variety of roles, it became known as the Flying Jeep. It is so versatile it was even capable of being launched from ships called Cub carriers, and many ship-launched Grasshoppers participated in the Normandy invasion. Down on the hangar floor is where you'll find more than a dozen Piper aircraft from various time periods on display. Among them is this P-12 supercruiser dubbed the City of Angels, which was one of a pair of light aircraft to first fly around the world in 1947. This 1963 Comanche 400 is one of only 146 400 series Comanches built. All of the 4,800 plus Comanches built were manufactured in Lock Haven. Other displays on the floor are a Tri-Pacer, Apache, military trainer, Cheyenne mock-up, just to name a few. There is even a section devoted to Cessnich propellers. Did you know the most efficient propeller is a one-blade prop with a counterweight on the end? I guess the weird look explains why it never took off. If you think composite planes are something new, this Piper Papoose was designed in 1959 and made of a honeycomb core with fiberglass covering. This first flew in 1962, and while the plane never made it to production due to weight reasons, it shows how ahead of his time Mr. Piper was. While I might have shown you some of what is here, you will surely learn more taking the tour yourself. Like the fun fact that the real Smokey Bear flew across the country in a Piper. and that the Piper Cub is the official aircraft of Pennsylvania. Even if you don't own or have never flown a Piper aircraft, you will have an appreciation for this museum and be in awe at what has created the planes we fly today. After a few hours of wandering around the museum and soaking in the information, we departed and headed back to Sky Manor Airport. If you're in the Northeast area and have some time to stop, definitely do it as it won't disappoint. As of the summer of 2022, tickets were a modest $10 per person. Senior and children were discounted. The museum is closed Monday and Tuesday and opened every other day unless previously scheduled closed. Of course, check the website and call to confirm prior to going. I will definitely be back here in the future, but there is still more flying to be had to other places. Until next time, I'm Mike, and this is your Pilot Report.